Augustine's life in his own words, conquering irrationality, sexual obsession, and vanity with faith and reason. Augustine's most famous work is the Confessions, which is mainly an autobiography, followed by four treatises or essays on related topics: memory and the soul, time and eternity, form and matter, and creation. The Memory and the Soul chapter, Book 10, is excellent on philosophy of mind, mind in relation to the soul, and the one on time and eternity I love to teach whenever I teach the concept of time to my students. That one's Book 11. The Confessions tells Augustine's life story, but not as a memoir typically does. His goal is not to satisfy his reader's interest in the details of his life, okay? But rather, he's trying to lead the reader to God, to truth, and to the life well lived. And though it does strike the reader as a very theological, faith-oriented book, there's a lot of philosophy in it, and that's usually what I hone in on when I read it and when I teach it. Some notable aspects of Augustine's life, in his own words: his early troubles as a follower of various groups, whom he later discredits and disavows, most significantly the Manichees. The Confessions contains remarkable reflections by Augustine on his young mind and his youthful susceptibility to erroneous ways of thinking. We could learn a lot from his explanation of this today. He explains in detail how his study of philosophy, along with his good friends, mentors, and his mother Monica, helped him to emerge from his immature thinking. He also describes his difficulties with sexual temptation, including a story about a sexual incident at a bathhouse, as well as his having a child out of wedlock. He was close to his son, Adeodatus, who died well before Augustine. In fact, Augustine wrote a dialogue on the teacher, in which Adeodatus is a main character. Augustine's obsession with sex, up until his conversion, is a prominent topic in the Confessions. Unlike the way in which he emerged from his association with the Manichees, through intellectual development, he conquered his sexual temptation with his faith, as he explains. Part of his intellectual and spiritual maturation involved eliminating his obsession with vanity, too. He craved status and recognition as a young scholar, but he got over that as well. Augustine's father, Patricius, was somewhat affluent as well as abusive. His mother Monica converted her husband while also dealing with his abuse. Monica remained close to Augustine throughout his life and serves in the Confessions as a prime example of one who lived a good life. Her faith was so strong that when her death was imminent, she did not want Augustine and his friends to concern themselves with taking care of her body. She knew that her body was not really her. Rather, she knew that she was really a soul that would be freed from the body at death. She is also considered a saint by Catholics. Augustine credits Monica for his conversion to Christianity, after which he became a bishop.